Revenge films.
My name is Thomas. 5 years ago, when my wife Lisa gave birth, I bought my own house. It was far from my workplace, but we chose this spot after my wife insisted that she really wanted a house there. There was a good available spot, and it was pretty cheap, so we built our own house, which was always our dream. We lived as a family of 3 with our baby and my wife, who loved our baby. I thought I had the perfect family, as if I was from a painting. But in the midst of my happiness, my wife suddenly disappeared, leaving our young boy. That night, when I came home from my business trip, I was shocked to see my 5-year-old son sitting alone in the dark living room. I turned on the lights. I called for my wife, but there was no reply. When did she go, leaving our young son alone? My eyes naturally drifted to the table, and I realized that she left a letter. I thought she was just going to the convenience store or something, but the context was something completely unexpected. Huh? She's tired of living with me, so she's moving out? Huh? And she's getting divorced from me? I've never cheated on her, never borrowed any money. I had no idea why she left me, but it was clearly her writing. I asked my son, but it really seemed like my wife left this letter. I worked for a large corporation, so I was pretty busy. But I did help my wife with housework sometimes when I had the time to. So my wife also had enough time to get some rest. I heard that she often went to visit the spa and hung out with friends. Not only that, but also, I just celebrated her birthday by treating her to a fancy meal and getting her a nice present. I remember her smiling for the whole day. I was shocked. But I snapped myself back to my senses and called her on the phone. She didn't reply. The phone told me to leave a voice message. A few minutes later, I received an email from her saying she wants a divorce. I answered, "Let's talk it out. I want you to come home." But she never replied. I asked her family and friends about her whereabouts, but none of them knew, so I really had no idea what was going on. It was late, so I got ready and went to bed, but negative thoughts filled my mind. Maybe she got involved with a religious cult. Maybe she's being threatened by someone dangerous. I couldn't stop having these negative thoughts. Our relationship was nice, and she was always smiling, so I wasn't really suspicious of her cheating on me. The next morning, I cooked my son breakfast, took him to school, and then rushed to the police station. I filled in a report about a missing person, but they told me they couldn't do much because she did leave me a letter and messaged me the day before. Apparently, her family received a call from her just once. She said,
"I'm getting a divorce, so I hope you can be there when we have our discussion."
Then she one-sidedly hung up. I decided to rely on a detective to find out where she was. Maybe she's in trouble. The staffer at the agency calmly said to me, "From what you've told me so far, it is most likely that she ran away with her lover, considering how she left a young child and how bold she is with her texts and calls. This is just my prediction." But we weren't sexless. I never harassed her or anything. She had no problems with my parents, and we were doing okay financially as well. It didn't make sense to me, but my wife's friend contacted me. Her friend said that she saw my wife. She was at an expensive furniture store looking for new things to buy for her new house. Next to her was a gangster-looking guy, and she was interlocking arms with him. At the end, I found out that she was with her lover. She had definitely been cheating on me. To be honest, I was always worried about her safety, but that changed to anger in an instant. I couldn't believe she left her young son with just a short letter. How am I supposed to tell my son? I told the detective agency about what her friend saw. Now that she wasn't missing after all, I asked them for an investigation. And within a day, they found out who the guy was. He lives close by. Yes, we found this apartment just a 15-minute drive from your house. I was surprised that he lived so close. I thought it was impossible to cheat on someone when your son is so young. But if he lived so close, she could do her thing after taking our son to school or asking a friend to take care of him for a while. Plus, I did the housework and looked after our son on the weekends on her behalf, which gave her freedom half of the day. She could have been able to visit him every week. If she's alone half of the day, she can do basically anything. 3 days later, my wife suddenly gave me a call. I was just collecting evidence of her affair with the help of the detective agency. By the way, I didn't want my wife to find out that I knew, so I never told her family and friends that I was collecting proof of her affair.
I heard that you asked my friends and family about my whereabouts, but I want you to leave me alone for a while. I think we should reflect on ourselves, calm down, and then discuss about what to do with our divorce. I still love you, okay? But living with someone who has different viewpoints, I think it's not the best for both of us.
I was so mad to hear her speak in a sweet tone, as if she was the main lead of a drama. If you weren't happy with your life now, I might be at blame to a certain extent, but I don't think that justifies you leaving our son behind.
It's fine. He's very mature for a 5-year-old. I bet he didn't even cry while he waited for you to come home.
My anger was boiling thinking about how my son was forced to act all mature. I'm getting custody over him.
Go on. In return, I'm getting compensation money from you. You make a lot of money, so I'm looking forward to it.
Huh? I bet she didn't realize how surprised I sounded because she hung up right there. She's the one cheating on me, but how dare she think she'll still get paid? I guess she still thinks I don't know about her affair. Reflecting back, she never told me that she wanted a divorce because she's with someone else. This one-sided call we had was surprising enough, but something happened on top of that. I was shocked when the detective agency told me the surprising truth. Huh? You mean she was married to 2 men at the same time? Legally, that's impossible, but since 5 years ago, she had another family with the man and their child. They obviously haven't turned in the legal marriage documents. 5 years ago, that's when we bought our house. I remembered her saying that she wanted to live here no matter what. This place was best for her to maintain her secret relationship, not too far and not too close to his house. Cheating on me for 5 years, what the hell? How come? I can't believe it. I mumbled, too shocked from the surprising truth. He has a son turning 6 years old, and the neighbors who saw the 3 of them walking hand in hand thought they were a family. Does that mean she visited them so often in the past 5 years that their neighbors believed them to be a family? It seems like she even took his son to his kindergarten. After I heard the whole story, I promised myself that I'll send her to hell. Right, she was acting out the perfect family so that I wouldn't be suspicious of her affair. I called my wife saying, I want to talk about our divorce. I know you've been cheating on me. I invited both of our parents too. Her claim was ridiculous.
Let's get a divorce. Please, pay me $50,000 for compensation. I don't need our son. You take him and raise him. I will give birth to my lover's baby, so pay me child support as well.
That was basically what she said. Looks like she had already planned everything. It was as if she was reading off a script. I had gotten enough proof of her affair and also had enough information about the guy, so I boldly fought back. We're getting a divorce because you cheated on me. You're the one who has to pay me compensation. I'm asking $30,000 from you. Your lover is also gonna pay, so the total will be $60,000. My wife was surprised.
You can't do something so ridiculous. I was always a housewife. There's no way I can pay such a huge amount.
You're the ridiculous one for abandoning your own child and looking after someone else's child. You've been betraying me for 5 years. Obviously, you won't be getting any share of our property as well.
No way!
There was no one who offered her help when she broke down into tears. We officially got divorced. The requirements were exactly what I wanted from her. Apparently, my ex-wife liked how her lover was masculine and manly, as in bossy. But they were now drowning in debt, constantly having arguments, so I bet she's thinking of him differently now. Fortunately, my son accepted our divorce. I still have a good relationship with my parents-in-law, and they adore him a lot.
How was today's video? If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Stay tuned for more.